Okay, so this video is basically part 2, and now I'm going to talk a little bit about the V-BOX 48 amp EV charging station. So you pretty much already understand exactly what this thing is supposed to do. But in the last video, I explained to you how the 40 amp portable EV charger works. So I was just going to do a very, very quick unboxing and unveiling of the V-BOX 48 amp EV station. Now, there's a reason why I wanted this station over other stations. It's because this station right here has features that a lot of the other stations that are on the market don't have. And there's a lot of you who are about to get yourself a charging station. Some of you who are buying a GM car, you are going to want to get the Ultium charger. It's called the Ultium charger because they use the Ultium battery pack and the Ultium platform. I kind of recommend that you don't get the Ultium charger because there's features that this model has that the Ultium charger doesn't have. There are some other charging stations on the market that we've looked at before coming to this decision, but I'm recommending to you that you go after the V-BOX. There are a couple of other options to the V-BOX, but I'm recommending to you that you come after the V-BOX instead of certain other chargers. And I'm going to talk a little bit about that. So basically, this part, I'm just going to show you this piece of equipment right here and how it works. And then, you can make your own decision. But this will work with any J1772. This will work with any car that accepts that plug. However, if you are a Tesla owner, what you can do is you can have them change this plug right here. You can have them change the plug that goes to the car to match the Tesla plug. So they can actually give you a Tesla matching plug that goes right into your Tesla. Me personally, I think that because you don't know in the future what other types of cars you'll have, I personally think that instead of getting the Tesla plug, you should actually get the J1772 charger. And the reason why is because if you get any other charging car at your house, like let's say you get a Nissan, or let's say you get a Honda or Toyota or whatever it is in the future, you'll be ready to charge anything. Because the J1772 standard is going to be around for a long time. The Tesla standard is going to be around for a long time, but once again, you have no idea. Maybe you'll upgrade to a Mercedes. Maybe you'll upgrade to a BMW. I don't know. So I prefer, instead of getting stuff that's specialized for just one car, that what you do is you get something that you can use on any car. Maybe you have a family member who comes to your house with a Lucid. Maybe you have a family member who comes to your house with an Escalade. Wouldn't you prefer to be prepared to be able to charge their car as well as your car? Or are you selfish? I don't know. So let's unbox this and let's take a look and see what this has to store and the reason why I prefer this one over the others. Okay, so let's open this bad boy up. I was waiting for this for 2 days longer than I expected to have to wait because, UPS, even though they didn't strike, they're still up to their old shenanigans. So, here it is. And they have a nice cover on it. And the box is right here. So they have a nice little plastic cover to protect it. And this is, let's see, we'll figure out what this is in a minute. I think these are like mounting bushings. Okay. It says Trust America's most recommended EV charging installers. So you can use this, you can scan it to get your Lectron charger installation easy. So I guess it tells you when you scan it there's a QR code here. So it'll, tell you who to get to come to your house. My my personal electrician who installed a 220 or 240 volt or 200, my personal electrician who installed a 240, he did it. It didn't cost a whole lot of money, but because, I know him and everything, he's going to do it for me and he'll take care of whatever permits or whatever I have to get, if I have to get any permits. So this tells you how to drill on the back plate right here, and it tells you exactly how to set the system up. It also tells you, just like the majority of other EV chargers, you're not limited to any one plug setup. You can hardwire this system directly to the wall. Now, if you hardwire this directly to the wall, it will give you the absolute maximum charging speed. If you use the NEMA plug instead of hardwiring it to the wall, it won't give you the absolute maximum charging speed. So some people may choose to hardwire it. Personally, I'm going to simply plug it into the NEMA outlet that I'm going to have on that wall of that house. So my electrician's going to take care of that. All he's going to do is he's going to put in a regular NEMA 1450 socket. And that the NEMA 1450 socket has this hole pattern right here, just in case you don't know what that means, because I know some people are new at this, right? So I'm going to have him install that socket. And that means that I'll be able to use this V-BOX, but just in case I ever want to change from the V-BOX to something newer, just in case, maybe let's say I want to change this charger to a Tesla charger, or let's say I want to change this charger to a GM Ultium charger. By simply getting the plug, I can simply unplug this, undrill this from the wall, and then I can re-drill in the new box and simply plug in the plug. And this is something you definitely want to consider. I know some of you really would rather have it hardwired in order to get the maximum power, but the reality is technology changes fast. It's like this V-BOX is a brand new device. Technology changes so fast, you have no idea what they'll offer in 4 or 5 years. So if you get this hardwired in, you'll absolutely have to have your electrician come back and change it if you want to upgrade later on. So the other possibility is you have your electrician run a separate wire from your fuse box so that you have 2 charging stations instead of 1. But me personally, for the driveway that I'm doing this on, I would prefer to make it so that I can plug anything into the socket. So I'm prepared for the future. So if I ever want to upgrade, I can just upgrade. So I prefer that idea myself. Now, the important thing to remember about the V-BOX has an LCD screen. Now, you can't really see it right here because they have this little cover over it right here. They have a little cover, but the V-BOX has an LCD screen that tells you the temperature of the unit, and it also tells you the current amperage that it's charging at. In addition to that, it also tells you the time that it's been charging. So it keeps track of a lot of details. It keeps track of a lot of them. And this is the back. As you can see, this is the wall plate right here. So you'll be taking the wall plate and you'll be pulling that wall plate out. You have to obviously unscrew it. And once you take the wall plate out, that'll be what you mount to the wall. So inside, we have a lot of cable. The portable charger that they gave me has a 16-foot cable. We have a lot of cable right here. And in addition to that, it also comes with another hook. So this hook that's here, you can use this hook instead of using the J hook. Now, the J hook is actually a bit nicer because, as you can see, this hook right here only allows you to wrap up the plug because that's how it's constructed. However, the J hook not only includes that hook, but it also includes the plug setting so that you can not only wrap it up, but you can actually plug it in to this plastic receptacle, and that'll keep it nice and neat against your wall. So which one you use is up to you. All right. So this is the box. It's a very lovely design, and one of the favorite things that I know about this one, on the side, you have a green lit on and off button. So as you can see right there, when you push that button, it turns it on and off. So just in case you don't want it actually on while you're away or when you go to work or whatever, you can just as easily click this button and the button will light up green even at night to, you know, signify that it's on and that it's charging. There's also a LED indicator here that lights in blue, and it simply glows to let you know that the box is on and the box is being used and the box is charging. So you have three indicators. You have one here, and then you also have the LCD screen. So once again, the Ultium charger and a number of the other chargers on the market, because I've seen a few smart chargers where it's just a box. My thing is, I prefer to have an LCD screen. When you have an LCD screen, that allows you to know what this thing's doing. If all you have is a big light and it's a big red light that says that there's an error, or there's a big green light that says that everything's fine, that's not enough for me. I like having an LCD screen. So it comes with these large, thick rubberized cables. This is to ensure that once your electrician installs it, everything is perfectly grounded. You can keep this outside. It's all weather. You don't have to worry about electric shock. Some of you may have a garage. Only one of my houses right now has a garage. The other house, I'm going to be setting it up on the wall. So the house that has the garage, I can put a different charger, or I can use the portable charger that I showed you the first video that I did. And I can plug the portable charger into the garage, and I can charge the V-BOX outside. So as you can see, you know, there's no place for water to seep into this. And once it's appropriately installed, you won't have any problem. You pretty much won't have any problem with weather at all. So as you can see, there's a very, very large and thick cable here. So the V-BOX comes with mounting hardware. These are the screws. These are the self-tapping screws and whatnot. And it comes with pretty much everything you need to get started immediately. Of course, this is the plastic receptacle. This is the same. Basically, when you combine this with the J-hook, this is everything you need by itself. You don't necessarily need to buy the J-hook unless you want to use the portable charger, or unless you don't want to, you know, assemble this hook yourself. So that's up to you what you're going to do. So this part and the hook that it comes with, as you can see, it has the holes, so you can set up your own receptacle if you want. So that's what's in that little box. Now, I'm not going to unwrap the cord right now, but this is the charging plug. It is basically the exact same charging plug that you get with the portable charger. Because here's the thing that you got to remember is these plugs are interchangeable. Again, if you want to hardwire the system instead of using the NEMA plug, you can change this one out. And if you want to change your plug type from, you know, J1772 to the Tesla charger, you can change out this one. So this is actually very modular, and that's one of the reasons why I like it so much. It's very modular. The last thing I'll mention right now for the unboxing portion, because I'm going to kind of go over some of this again when I do the actual installation video. The last thing I'll mention is the V-BOX has 4 different charging settings. The lowest charging setting is 16 amps. The highest is 40. If you charge on 16 amps, it's going to take a long time to charge. Now, there are 2 other settings, because there's a total of 4 settings. But let's just take a look at the instructions. It says the default amperage when plugged into a NEMA 1450 is 40 amps. That is pretty much the highest setting that you can use. It says the V-BOX must have a hard wire connection to charge at 48 amps. This is what I was talking about when I told you about the hard wiring. Now, again, I'm going to basically be using a 1450 plug rather than hard wiring. So I don't need the 48 amps of charging. In fact, I'm the type of person, I don't really need fast charging so much because I prefer to charge at a reasonable speed, because when you charge with fast charging, sometimes it causes battery degradation. And that's something that we understand with cell phones. Now, I do understand that there's software that also manages a lot of that. But personally, because of the fact that I know that I'm going to use the NEMA 1450 plug, I know I'm going to be limited at 40 amps. That's fine. A full charge on my Cadillac Lyriq all-wheel drive for its size of battery will take less than 9 hours. A full charge at the highest charging speed for the NEMA 1450. The 48 amp charge time would cut that from 9 hours to about 7 hours. But you know what? When I plug my car in, I will be asleep. I'm not going to be in a situation, because I plan to charge the car probably every 2 days, maybe every 3 days, depending upon what the situation is, because New York winters are getting warmer thanks to global warming. So I probably won't have to use the air conditioner, and I won't have to use certain features as much as I normally would. But the bottom line is, we have a lot of chargers around. I have my portable charger. I have a whole nother house I can charge at. There are charging stations that support DC fast charging. There are charging stations here in New York that support level 2 charging. There are no level 1 chargers for the public at all. There are none. Level 1 is basically 110 volt. And that's like plugging your car in as if it was a cell phone with a regular, a regular plug. We have step 2 and step 3 and DC fast charging. So for my home use, I will be using the 40 amp charging feature. And there's a little switch inside the V-BOX, and you can tweak it based on the instructions to simply charge at any of the 4 charging speeds. My recommendation is, if you can do it, have your electrician give you the 1450 outlet and then plug this into it and use it that way, unless you plan on hardwiring it. If you plan on hardwiring it and you think that you love your car and you're never going to change cars, you're never going to get another car, go ahead and hardwire it. Me personally, I prefer to be able to upgrade when the upgrade is available. So that is my little intro to the 48 amp V-BOX. So the next time you see the next video being made, I will show you the installed 1450 outlet. I will show you how the portable charger is running, and I'll also show you how the V-BOX runs and operates and whatnot. So thanks for tuning in. If you're new and you're coming here just to see the V-BOX rather than the Cadillac Lyriq all-wheel drive or the Cadillac Escalade or whatever other car I choose to get in the future that's electric, that's cool. Like, share, subscribe, and thanks for coming. So this is the full size of this car in a room. It's really good looking, but I'm not getting white, I'm getting silver. But this only has the 20-inch wheels. I'm going to have the 22s. And I keep insisting, I think they really should have made the roofline higher and made it a little bit more like a XT5, but they wanted to make it so sleek and everything. It looks great. It really does look great. It's just that I wish there was more headspace. So, and now all of them have the pull handle, so instead of having a push button, there's a pull handle now. And this is the back seat. It's like, push this thing up a little bit so I can sit back there. In fact, there's a electric vehicle charging company that's giving me a electric charger to test for my channel. Yeah, I like these blue accents that they have in there. You could change the color on those. That's the ambient lighting and everything. I think the lowest version of this car doesn't have the ambient lighting. It's called the tech version. But once again, I ordered the fully loaded. I like the interior in white. But these cars have been out on the market long enough where now everybody pretty much has seen them. What's this? Oh, this is for your card key, I believe. So you put your card key there and that allows it to start up. Yeah, you got these other people right here looking for an Escalade, shopping for the Escalade. Yeah, I guess I have to wait another couple of months. It'll be another couple of months before I get mine. But the longer this takes, the more money I save up. So, oh, you know what? This one doesn't have the speakers on the headrest. Mine is going to have the speakers on the headrest. This one doesn't. I didn't even realize you could buy this thing without the speakers in the headrest. I thought that was like standard. Yeah. This must be a tech version. This must be like the tech version of the car because I'm noticing there's a lot of things that this one doesn't have. So this must be the lower end version. Even though it's white with white interior, it's still the lower end version. No heated cooled massage seats, no power sunroof, no Super Cruise. Interesting.
To be continued.